the Atlas, the Gatakacha, the Minotaur, and the Bellaric. So getting deep into the pool for Ogwin and Blink.
You know what? I was really expecting Blink to be one of the more unorthodox players, but so far he's been playing very meta. I think the most is the Carmilla.
Yeah.
That's been unorthodox for him. But the other options that are still there,
they still have the Cho.
Yep.
Mathilda, but I don't think it really works out well.
Yeah.
They need a front. They need someone to really tank the damage.
Yeah, there's not a lot of synergy if you play the Mathilda. Okay, with a lot of close range dive, you can pick up the Badang. It's a tempo breaker and always has been. It's a great pickup, and this is going to be the first time we're going to be seeing Blink pick up the Badang.
Still need the gold lane here for Super Marco. There's Melissa available. There is, which we've seen a lot. I mean, coming up, we've seen Carry shown as well. We've seen all these variety type picks.
I think even the Moskov might work.
Moskov.
Because you have more range, you can just push back the enemies.
I mean, Hylos and Harith is a great combo if they really want to go with all in.
Oh,
So
I like
there they go.
Harith picked up to close out Super Marco's pick. It was a gold lane and a roam standoff, and it ends up going relatively deep into the roam pool. Badang's seen quite a bit, high-low seen when things like that aren't open, and now, guys, we've got our first matchup of our first semifinal.
The draft in game number 1 has been really fun to watch. I feel like YG have switched up a bit in terms of their sequence, and that just goes to show the preparation they've had against Falcons.
Yeah, if Yangon Galacticos wins this game number 1, then definitely that is going to be a shock to the system of Falcons, because Yangon went for high mechanic, really tough to execute, and they want to take it to Falcons.
Well, MSC semifinals are underway. It's the Philippines versus Myanmar. A spot in the grand finals on the line. Let's send it over to our casters, Leo and Trex, to start us off.
Mingalabay mabuhay! All of the Burmese and Filipino fans watching all around the world, and everyone enjoying the Esports World Cup 2026 live from Paris, France. Who gets closer to the grand finals of the mid-season cup? One of these teams get that much closer to at least 500 G's in the bank.
Last night we started things off a little bit slower, but we ended the night with a huge best of 5. I feel like YG and Falcon can deliver the same kind of action to us right now. Falcons started this tournament off a little rusty and so far have showed up and now seem to be one of the possible dominant forces. YG, on the other hand, this could be the big test for them. This could be the possibly first huge challenge for them.
They have been playing as close to a flawless tournament as one could go. Again, as mentioned by our panel, the lowest amount of deaths across the board, stats on stats, all across each role. Now they're facing off against world champions. Players who have gotten this close, Trex, this close to actually taking down a mid-season cup of their own 2 years back. A minute in, and so far no clear lead just yet. In the EXP lane, Ying is playing a first, at least in this tournament, the Arlet versus his signature, Barats. See Haji throwing out these arrows. Oh, he's having a hard time, I'll tell you now. This is what looks like for the first time in a while, a difficult lane. Oof, in mid.
A lot of damage on Ogwin. Ogwin might not be able to get away with this. Does pop Revitalize, will be okay. And Kyle with the re-engage. Getting some nice poke off. Both teams kind of testing the possibilities right now.
Seeing the Master, for the price of his Revitalize, forcing out the flicker from Blink. I'd say that's a good deal.
Definitely a good deal. Cooldown very much shorter on the side of Ogwin. Might even have it, won't have it for first turtle, but still, the possibilities that Blink could have done with that flicker are going to help out a lot more. Falcons knowing this, moving on to the turtle now. Blink decides to back off, YG decides to back off, and the first turtle's bursted down in the name of Falcon.
Oh, that as well, throw it out, Ying into the wall.
Ying should be able to get away from this, forced another flicker out from YG. Falcon getting very aggressive early on.
All right, for the first time in this matchup, we're seeing the gold lane showdown. A Claude versus a Harith. I'd say Sanji's playing this as good as he can, because the Claude, I mean, the best course of action for him is the double lane, but Marco is applying so much pressure. But I don't know if they know this, small cap stolen away by Han already.
Which is a good thing for YG. They got to make up some ground. And honestly, I've been looking at the minimap. It's been a little back and forth. Sanji has been able to get the push in here and there. Super Marco's been playing it back. Wait a second, a lot of damage onto Han here. Kyle continues to to push forward. Falcons continue. They're testing the cracks. They're seeing if there's any weak points that they can capitalize on right now. And this could be it as Falcon drop the glorious pathway, move on to the purple. Was it stolen? Yes. Kyle able to take it away from YG.
Oh, they knew that there was a 10-second window, but they don't pile on Ogwin.
A lot of damage on Ogwin. Ogwin will be okay. The immortal man right now.
Oh, they know that the Master still has his Revitalize off of cooldown. Now Falcons looking to equalize, at least in the gold lane. Apply more pressure. No gold shields taken just yet, so neither have a huge lead over the other. Sanji and Super Marco at deadlock.
I mean, the offlanes have been essentially at a stalemate. The game has been essentially at a stalemate. Still 0 deaths. Both teams have been getting little punches off here and there, a little gut shot here and there, but no knockouts quite yet.
I love it. Narratively speaking, Trex, it's like they picked off from when the Filipino-Burmese rivalry was in its peak. Post-pandemic, 2021, before utility jungles, before macro became king, that's when the Philippines and Myanmar were on top of their game, and we're seeing that flourish right now before our eyes here in Paris, France.
So what do you have to look out for as we come into this next turtle? Falcons once again want to rush it down. Blink looking for an angle in. Ying as well. Tries to get in the backside. Blink able to take the turtle. And it's a mosh pit in the pit right now as Haji just tries to get away, but Blink's low. And so is Ying. Ying trying to vengeance through, but he already lost a teammate. Blink is down. They get the pull back. Kai's has come back in, and Kai's able to get the double. Make it a triple. Flap falls along with the team, and yes, Falcon don't only lose their members, but they lose the second turtle as well.
4 for 1. Now Marco has 2 on him, plus the turtle. Yangon Galacticos have snapped their way into a massive lead again. Relatively speaking, 4 minutes in with nothing happening the first 3, 1,500 is basically light years away, economically speaking, in a macro-heavy game like this. Watch it once again as in the pit, walls on walls. This is a I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me moment with Blink. That was a perfectly placed crack.
And that's what Falcon's going to have to watch out for, right? These dog pile fights where everyone is grouped together. And the thing is that's what Falcon's going to want to go for. That Detna's welcome comes in, they want to jump in. And it's all going to be about who pulls the trigger first and who can counter better.
They broke Falcon in half like my arm. That was as beautiful a start for turtle number 2 as you can for Yangon. They're building up to a 2,000 gold lead. Sure, Sanji and Marco are still relatively at deadlock, but the fact that they stopped Marco from joining that fight, because look, 2 dudes, 3 dudes at a third of their health, that would have been heaven for a Harith, but they made him think twice. And now look at this, even Blink is bullying Marco out of farm's range. Oh, big knockup. Ying dashing in with the vengeance.
Nice damage. A nice fist crack lands on Ogwin as well. Ogwin pops revitalized, but it's not going to be enough this time. Han takes the kill before he can jump on the pathway.
All right. So this is something that our panel alluded to. This is the Burmese ube, the purple ube. Well, that's literally what it is, Yangon's colors. They just, at the most early possible moment, clump up and punish you for even thinking twice that you could take this lineup. All of this is off the back of Blink, and I love how they put the armor in too, just to make sure that if everyone's not in position for the perfect wall, Ying can do that for you.
Falcon knows this at this point. They decide not to go for that turtle. They know they're on the back foot. It's a 2K gold lead in the hands of YG. And Nolan wasn't even, I mean, Kyle's not even going to try it. He goes down to bot lane. At least they gained some ground down there. Tier 3 on the bot side has been taken in the hands of Falcon. And this is where they will be able to hold on. They don't make those small mistakes of, we're going to try to force this open. No, we're going to let you have that, and we're going to find somewhere else to gain ground, or at least keep things even.
And I think that's wise, even for Falcons in their losing position right now, almost down 3K. You can't face Yangon face head-on like this. You just can't. So fortunately, they have the kit for that. Haji can lay traps. Vision is a little better for them. Yangon have to kind of walk in the brushes, flush them out the old-fashioned way with Kai's lantern. So for now, Falcons, I'd say hunker down, take the next 3 to 4 minutes to get Marco up to his mid-game power spike, and then I'm going to even say this. Ogwin can't play the way he was in the first 3 minutes. Like, you can't just body block anymore because the damage is real from Yangon.
Yeah, especially at this point. You know, the first round he could get the Revitalize off.
First two turtles.
Even second, he was able to get the Revitalize off. But by the time that gold lead got past 1.5 into the 2K range, we saw Ogwin finally get bursted down before he can even start running. Now, Sanji also locking in the golden staff. We're going to start seeing more damage from him. And with the fact that these tier 3s in the off lanes are down, YG can also fully hit that purple ube.
If there is, literally,
the yams.
It's a Yangon yam.
The Yangon Yam.
So if there's anything good going for Falcons just yet, because Yangon are putting a chokehold on them, is the fact that the damage profile is at least palpable for Yangon. All you gotta do, get physical armor. That's it. There's really no magic threat.
Sanji now testing the distance on there as well, and a big fist crack under the tower, paired up with the final slash. Ogwin trying to hang on, but he just can't end his welcome. In response, gets him against the tower. More damage lands on a Han, but down comes Smon Force. Blink taken out as Han tries to get away. Sanji with the blazing duet connects on to no one. He looks for the re-engage, and Ying's there at his back, keeping Falcon at bay.
2 for 1. That's as good as it gets for Falcons. Yangon still calling the shots. Another final
slash! And Sanji and Kai's are here now. There's no escape for Flap. Haji forced to use a flicker as well as Han keeps him away. They're going to move on to the Lord now as Falcon watches it.
All right, so at least Yangon knows that with the kits remaining in Falcons, again, a Zaman Force you see online, the fracture off of Kyle, Ogwin has a glorious pathway once again. They know that they can't just blitz the Lord. Once again, did I not just mention that about a minute ago or so? That after the crack, final slash, or the other way around, it's just so easy. It's a 1-2 combo, even under tier 1.
And it's not, like you said, it's easy. It's not a hard to hit combo. As long as you connect down to the Lord though, Han does burst it down. Glorious pathway comes out. Flap's going to try to connect as well. He doesn't have the stacks, so the defense isn't quite there. But look at the damage on a Blink. Kyle still popping off, even at 0, 2, and 1.
That is a bargain. I'd say Blink for a Lord like that is a good deal. This puts it at a wash.
Yeah.
Taking that tier 1, so at least the map gets a little bit more breathable for Falcons. They keep the lead at about 3K.
And that's, I mean, that's where Falcons always find something to make up for it, right? It's one of the great things that they can do and always will be able to do. Yes, you lose Lord. Yes, you take a member, but now you bring it at a standstill by taking this tower, and they've been doing it from the beginning of the game. But YG now looking for the engage on the mid side. It's looking similar to last time. They're going to have to watch out for Blink. Blink doesn't have the flicker right now as Lord comes down the boss side. YG looking to switch up gears, try to gain ground somewhere.
Lord put down to a third, hit with that retribution, and Falcons get to keep their tier 2. So we're back to where we started about 2 to 3 minutes ago. Blink with the conceal. What are they looking for?
There's a fist crack on 2. Blink does it again. Not just 1, but 2 members. YG looking for more now. As minions crash on the top side, Ogwin pops revitalized, caught in fist crack once again against the wall, taking out a double kill for Yang. Mid tier 2 falls as well, and YG are going to work their way up the map to take more.
Again, the ease of execution, the on-demand crowd control that Yangon Galacticos have drafted into their lineup. That's a final slash that could have been, but it doesn't matter. They're able to pop holy shields in mid and top. Bottom lane, don't even get me started. Amazing start. I'm pretty sure that conceal almost counts as an ult. When Falcons heard that, all they could do was skedaddle.
They knew it was coming. They were running away like, oh, once you hear it. And so YG now have taken all the tier 2s on the side of Falcon. It's a great start for them. Falcons moving around the map. Not completely conceding just yet.
Nope. And so far it looks like they might even try to get this purple. There's a glorious pathway sent in and a choke.
Denna's welcome. Might have came too early. A mega kill for Han. Maybe a slight misplay by Flap, thinking they could do something to at least get their purple. Ogwin in enemy territory, enemy jungle. As YG closes in on him, he does buy time though, and YG's onto it. They send the rest of their members back to the mid, back to the top to try to defend. I think that was all part of the plan for Falcon.
Little two-step there. Ogwin, I think, was just trying to go for the self-execute. He wanted to die to the turret instead of conceding over more goals, more XP to his opponents, but alas, they just found their number. I'd say if Falcons wasn't so sure that this was a fight that they were willing to go, they should have just conceded the purple. I think that was all in the hopes of maybe finding a good shot, but 12 minutes in, maybe after we check Haji's items, we'll know if they're ready, because if yesterday's match, Game 3, between Team Spirit and Vamos, if that was any evidence that a late game Selena is still something to respect, then maybe there's still something left for Falcons. Maybe if they cross that threshold, what, 16, 17 minutes?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's at 12 and a half. They do still have inhibitors. The fact they were able to slow down Lord number 1, we've seen this happen before, right? It means with their inhibitors, as long as Falcons doesn't make a huge mistake, they can probably survive this push. The Falcons don't just want to survive the push, they might want to fight for the Lord itself. It's Flap TZ, checks the tri-bush.
Whoop. This is a dance. And Yangon Galacticos' lineup is just much better built for it. Glorious Battle dropped in.
Kai's in a bad spot, will take some damage. Kyle makes his way in, but Blink once again with a conceal play. Falcon knows they have to back off, create space. Han able to get the Lord. A big final slash on a 3. They collapse down and Kyle falls. Flap next to the chopping block, taken out as Ying and the rest of the team move on to Super Marco and Open. Open drops him on Sports, but it's just not enough. He tries to dash back. He tries to get away, but a Maniac for Han is secured. Haji's got to go back to base. Haji's got to try to stop them all alone.
We're not making it to 15 or 16, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it ends here. Yangon Galacticos are in the base.
You thought it would be even, but YG take game number 1 with a 9K gold lead, stating their business here.
2 weeks in MSC, and Yangon Galacticos continue their undefeated run. Choose Arthur, YG. Falcons left reeling, only 3 kills on the board.
Yeah, that wasn't a game right there. That was a statement of why we're here from YG, showing that, listen, no matter what, we are ready for this. And